Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Tigers will get this season underway as toe meets leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Texas Longhorns offense will get the first crack at it here. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention, both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide, he can run the entire gamut in the route tree as well. Really nothing this guy can't do.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking to move it through the air, using the quick game. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. From the gun, running back on the move. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint. The ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team?
Open runway ahead. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Grab behind the line. It's Emmanuel. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now and first and goal. They are feeling it.
A first down run on the doorstep. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas! They're on the board first here in the season opener.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tigers offense will have its first possession of the game. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. 2 physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, 2 alphas, 2 guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. 1 back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Tackled, but he has a first down.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. Don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years, too. Physical runners, but they also had speed. They were the total package, and I think this guy fits right into that category.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little watermelons, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
Turns it on in midfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Might as well give it to him again. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. It's a draw. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Just a little off. Incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes a connection. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight it, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Pocket starts to collapse. He looks that one in nicely. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Auburn! That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Pulls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. Comes out throwing on first down. It's on target and complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Looking to pass on second down. It's complete on the right side. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Ball is at the 35. It's first and 10. Off the RPO, complete.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Looking to throw on second down. Gets away from one. Flushed out of the pocket. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a first and 10. He's looking to throw it. Getting some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, we wondered all week how this one was going to play out, and through 2 quarters of ball, the answer is like a good old-fashioned barn burner.
And the Longhorns will boot it away to start the second half. Texas. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
He's right on target. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. After picking up this first down on the ground, let's see what they do. Holds and fires complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Auburn doing business in the red zone. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about that defense in the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Flushed out of the pocket. Got rid of it just in time.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
It is perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. To the air on first down. Flips it out in the flat. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. like we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
As an offense, you've got to know at this part of the field, deep in your own end, you have got to do a better job in pass pro if you're going to call a pass play at this juncture in the game. Not good enough.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. It's complete to the right. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Slips through the line, and the returner goes down. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Quick completion to the right. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to get it through the air. Complete. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Give to the single back. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock and it will be your friend. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. UCF has the lead right now, but this night's crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet here inside the bounce house. They're up by 8 over the Sharks. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Makes his connection. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Corners are going to bail. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Gets away. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Give that guy a lot of credit, man. He was able to somehow avoid that sack, but nobody open downfield, throws it away.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. He's taking a deep shot. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. They keep attacking through the air. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Trying to hook up on the sideline, but it's incomplete.
When the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play, timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. It's complete. He'll come through on 3rd down. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Fires the pass, intercepted. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. And as we get later in this game, Jesse, you want to keep looking for a huge play. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's not afraid to go deep. It's complete. A huge pickup. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating an explosive play.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by...
Gonna let it fly. Got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. So you think they shouldn't run up the score like this? I remember an old story of one coach telling the other one, I only coach one team, man. It's your job to stop me.
Yep, I like that approach. That should be your philosophy, but that doesn't mean you don't remember that. You have a turn later on a lot of times when your team's better to do the same thing, to return the favor. And they can forget that.
And he made the extra point without problem. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. On second down, wants to throw it. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. He'll come out throwing on first down. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. He waited so long.